Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our episode in like the first month that we've done for the 13th Man podcast. We did one right before the draft, the week before the draft. Excuse me, and we haven't done one since. Sorry about that. I don't know how much of you guys have missed us, but a lot has changed in a month. Shortly we'll be joined by Jordan. I'm not even going to try to pronounce your last name. My bad, because I'm going to butcher it.
We'll get him to tell us.
We're also going to be joined by Sherrod Baltimore. We're going to be here until about 9 o'clock. They're going to be talking about their Jordan's new documentary. Man, this kid's amazing. He puts in a lot of work. I think he's only, 17, 18?
15, I think so.
Is he actually that young? I thought he was older.
I think he's 15.
Oh, my God. Either way, this kid puts in so much work, so much time and energy into Ottawa football. He came in with a documentary from 613. It's fantastic. If you haven't had a chance to take a look at it, definitely do. It's honestly a great documentary. I think he does a really good job at it. It's really well documented, really well put together. Kid has a future in this business, that's for sure.
And it's just part one too. I think he told me the next part comes out Saturday or Sunday, or something like that. I can't remember the exact date.
Yeah, we'll have to ask him when he comes on. But man, this kid has a lot going for him right now. And I mean, you know what? Good on him. I wish that I knew what I wanted to do when I was 15. And I mean, I think it helps, that we have a football team in Ottawa. I think without the CFL, things aren't. And this isn't no slack on Jordan. I think it's just the reality of it is that the demographic of things are different for people in his situation that love the sport who have gone if there's no Red Blacks, there's no 13th Man podcast.
Yeah, well, if there's exactly, I wouldn't have cared about football if the Red Blacks hadn't come back, truthfully.
Yeah, see, and I think we're starting to see the fruits of the Red Blacks' labor when it comes to them being back in Ottawa and why the CFL is so important to Canada and to the communities that they represent. And the reason why we bring this up is the BC Lions owner, who we've all had some choice words about on here for some of the things that have been reported during his time about him wanting to sell and whatnot. But dude was a legend. Bradley was an absolute legend.
David
Braley was an absolute legend when it came to the CFL.
Yeah. And it wasn't only him this week, Shane, too. It was
Joey Moss.
Yeah.
A long-time equipment manager, basically. Heart and soul of Edmonton sports. I know Sportsnet was like, the hockey community lost a great guy. I know Sportsnet doesn't actually give a fuck about the CFL, but the hockey community,
too, though. Yeah.
He was. I mean, he was a big part of the Oilers, but it's an understatement of what he meant to Edmonton sports. If we saw it for the Eskimos and the Oilers, even the Stingers were when he was their short time in Edmonton.
Yeah.
So this has been a rough week for some big names. Braley, if you don't know, I mean, if you haven't heard by now, he was the owner of the Tiger Cats. He was the owner of the Argos, and he was the owner of the Argos and the Lions at the same time.
Yeah, practically the savior of the CFL, really, right?
And
again,
I don't know how true it is, but there was talks that he was gonna buy the Renegades. There was talk of when he was interim commissioner that once they got a new commissioner that he would take over for the Renegades when they came in. I don't know how true that is. I just remember that kind of circulating around when the Red Blacks came back in, how he was also a very big advocate of them being back in the league.
Yeah. Yeah, like you said too, we had some unfavorable things to say about David Braley and ultimately what was perceived to be the BC Lions slowing things down a little bit when it comes to playing the 2020 season. Obviously, now that we know that's not happening, so it's not a big deal at this point. But you can't deny what he did for the CFL. And Shane, I wanted to point out too that the tweet that Farhan Lalji came out with yesterday that practically said that there's now a hunger to make the BC Lions work, and people want to step up and pretty much like save the team.
Like, I think looking back on it, maybe David Braley felt like, not playing the season was the best thing for the league. Obviously at the time it didn't maybe look like it, but I think now, hindsight being 2020, there's some sort of understanding that like he's been around the league long enough. He knows what's good and bad for the league. Maybe he felt like this was just bad for the league.
That's possible. And it very well might come down to that too. But there's been so much to happen in the last couple of weeks too. And Shane, I don't know. I never told you about the article that I wrote with the information I got from Dave Naylor. But he pretty much said that there's a reason right now to be concerned about the 2021 season.
Well, yeah, I mean, until I make that makes sense, right? Until the government, eases on the restrictions or, what have you. I mean, I'm not surprised.
No.
Like, I think at this point, even the NHL and the NBA are kind of up in the air for it.
Yeah, and it comes down to what the CFL can do because bubbling's not going to be an option, right? That's it's just not going to happen.
I mean, I see a Canes jersey back there, and is it a Canes jersey?
Hurricanes
and a Price jersey.
I haven't changed it from our 4-hour draft show that we did. That was the downfall of the 13th Man podcast in a way.
Yeah, I mean, I got my Baltimore, so when Baltimore comes on, he better appreciate that. We got my Bobby Ryan, my Marco Rossi, and my Ottawa Blackjacks jersey going on.
There's more over here, Shane. Look, we got Marco Rossi right here. Okay, it's over here. We've got a Vancouver Canucks Roberto Luongo jersey right here. Okay.
Is that a Chinese one though? The lettering makes it look like it's a Chinese one.
It's like I couldn't tell you. If it is, it's a damn good one. We've got my Travis Konechny jersey right here. Yeah. Okay. And we got a John Tavares jersey over there that I'm not going to pick up because it's underneath a controller that I took the screws out of. But yeah, jerseys all over the place, and I think I've got more over behind my.
Oh, I have my closet is full of CFL jerseys.
Yeah.
I got my Lions, my Eskimos, Stampeders. I got another BC. I got a Jordan Moss, Hamilton. I got my Rough Riders watermelon jersey. I got my Winnipeg Blue Bombers jersey. So.
Hey, Shane, speaking of jerseys, I also wrote something about best uniform in each CFL team's history. Now, I got told that I was just given a bunch of pictures from the 70s and slapped them all together. But, Shane, if you remember, actually, I started writing that article back when we released that first home jersey ranking article. It's been months. It's been a long time I've been putting that one together.
Yeah, you got mad at me because I basically told you to like the Red Blacks logo, like the old Rough Rider jerseys were the way to go. But you know what? It's 8:00. At 8:00, we would, we were having Jordan and Baltimore come on. We got Jordan in the waiting. We're waiting on Baltimore, but we're going to introduce Jordan in, and we'll get started on the new documentary that he's been working on. Hey, Jordan, how you doing?
I'm good. Yourself?
Not bad. Thank you for coming on. I know you and Frankie talked about it. He's the one who set it up.
Yeah, thanks Jordan, for having me. It's great what you guys have set up for sure.
Well, we wanted to get you on just because I watched the documentary and from a distance, right? Like we've had our conversations in the past about some kind of stuff, but as Shane said this before you were in our waiting room here that you've got pretty much everything figured out already. And the one thing we don't have figured out is I know you said it in your video, but your last name I've never been able to pronounce ever.
Same, and I'm not going to try butchering it.
So it's actually Zlomazlik. It's a Croatian name. My grandfather came from Croatia.
Okay. Yeah.
That's a pretty intense name, though. Not even gonna lie. That's a pretty intense name.
So first things first, I want to start out with Lil Z Bagar. You've had that site. You've been running that site for what? Year and a bit now? 2 years?
Yeah. So it's been April 2019 is when I started it. I just started writing a few articles for fun, just as a Red Black fan, having the season tickets, going to every single home game. It's a great atmosphere to be a part of, and just seeing all kinds of jobs that you could have within the game of football. Obviously, if you watched the documentary, you might have heard that I was a football player growing up, and I obviously dreamed of being a CFL player, going to TD play, suiting up. But as reality kind of kicked in and I saw how tough it is to be a professional athlete, obviously Sherrod's journey so long to get to where he is now. So I started realizing other jobs that could have been at my accessibility here in Ottawa, and just writing about the Red Blacks to start off, one of my favorite teams, definitely my favorite team ever. So just writing articles for fun on that site, just starting that up for fun. It was definitely a good experience at first, and getting to do interviews with the guys was really cool. And having that up for over a year now, since April 2019, it's really been fun to interact with guys like yourself as well. Just having these relationships with guys that aren't only players but fans, and also like the staff with the Red Blacks. The accessibility to the not only the players but the staff is great at TD Place.
Shane, were you saying something there?
No, I'm trying to just get out the live stuff.
Oh, okay. I had something for you. I don't know why I'm forgetting it now.
When did you get involved with football? Frankie, we all know that Frankie started watching it when the Red Blacks came in. Were you a CFL fan before the Red Blacks, or was it when the Red Blacks came in that you kind of realized how much you love the game?
Well, I started playing football when I was 6, so I was kind of I was a Cowboys fan to start out. My dad was a Cowboys fan growing up, and he's really grew me into being a Cowboys fan. Unfortunately, this year we're not that good, so it's not something to cheer about. But it's been good over the years just watching football. But starting to play at 6 years old, I learned a lot about the game of football, getting to build so many relationships through the game. Obviously, like getting the teammates and the coaches. It was a really fun experience, and just playing for as long as I have. And then when the Red Blacks came, I was only like 10 years old at the time, so I didn't really know too much about CFL. I knew the Cowboys, and I think I went to maybe a Bills game before, but other than that, I didn't really have too much knowledge of the CFL or the NFL as well. But when the CFL came to Ottawa with the Red Blacks, just 2014 was a great experience to be a part of. The atmosphere was crazy at TD Place that first game, and that's something I'll never forget. So just going through that whole season and 2015 going to the Grey Cup, I've learned so much about the CFL since, and it's really been great to be a part of it here at TD Place and with the Ottawa Red Blacks.
Now, the other one that I had for you is just one more thing before we let Sherrod in here. Was writing always something that you were interested in, or is it something that you just did like one or two times and you're like, yeah, I kind of like it, and then it went from there?
Honestly, it was a little bit of both. So in 2018, before I started my website, I did Take Your Kid to Work Day with Chris Hoffley, the media guy with the Red Blacks, and he's been a good friend of mine since I think 2016. I was able to meet him, and just building relationships, like I mentioned, with guys like Chris and even Lieber Sage. I spent a day with him at TD Place and at TSN, and just learning more about that job. It was really cool to see how guys actually get paid to kind of watch sports and talk about sports. So just, I wasn't necessarily a good writer at the time when I started my website. I I didn't know how good it would be, but learning more about the game of football and being a fan of the game, it was really fun to start showing my passion, and it was something that I realized was a really good idea. So here I am with a documentary coming out. Sherrod has been a huge part of the last couple months with myself and a few other guys have been working on that documentary that you guys will learn more about. It's really been great to kind of adapt to the relationships and the culture of Ottawa football throughout my time as a junior reporter for the Red Blacks.
Speaking of Sherrod, he's here. We're going to let him in right now. Sherrod?
Yo.
There's the dreads. There's the dreads. How's it going?
I miss those dreads.
Yeah.
Yeah, we see you. You're good.
Yeah. Y'all see me?
We can, yeah.
The connection trash, huh?
We can see you.
Sherrod, how's it going?
Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
My bad, bro.
Yeah, it's just a little lag.
Yeah, that's lagging a little bit. What's up, though, man? I'm good, man. How y'all, bro? What's up, man? Talk to me. How y'all been?
It's better now that you're here with us again. It's been a long time since we had a talk, Sherrod.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a while. You first couple of episodes that we had you and Rose on. It was like episode what 6,
9, I think.
Yeah,
A long time ago.
when we weren't sure that there was going to be football and whatnot. It was a good time.
Yeah, man. How is it, though, man? It's been crazy. How everybody, man? Everybody, family good? Y'all in y'all head?
Yeah, we're all
good here.
good. I had to move during this. That was fun. But yeah, no, it's all good. Everything's going up for us. But we're here to talk about
God
you
is
guys
good,
and
brother.
how.
God is good.
But we're here to talk about you guys, about what you guys have been working on the last couple months. It was weird seeing Jordan kind of go dark when his writing and whatnot. So when he came out with this, I was excited. Jordan talked a little bit about it. So Sherrod, I got a question. How did you get involved with this?
Oh,
He went black for you guys too.
yeah. Yeah, this is going well. No flaws here at all.
All right.
Hey, you know what? It's fine. It's fine. You know what?
You know what, Jordan? We'll direct that to you then.
Yeah, we'll start with you. And he's back.
So
And then Shane
the
Robbins.
documentary was actually Sherrod's idea. So we could if Sherrod is able to get on, he could even talk about it. But he's the one that came up with the idea of actually shining light on the city of Ottawa and all the great football players that have not only come out of the city, but the guys that are coming out of the city as well in the game of football. Obviously, we've seen Alex Mateus. You guys are Blacks fans. You've seen him play TD plays for over 5 years now. But we've also seen guys go to the border. Like now you see Neville Gallimore with the Cowboys and Eli
Dude's a
Anku with the
beast.
Texans. There's all these guys that are really making a debut in the NFL, the NCAA. We've seen Catley Joseph. He's a All-American at Maine, Sherrod's old school. So he was kind of attached to Catley Joseph. And just seeing all these great guys coming out of the city of Ottawa, I think Sherrod really wanted to shine light on that. And obviously, he's seen what I've done. So I was glad that he came to me for the opportunity. And I've been able to meet so many great people throughout the experience. And I know Sherrod can touch on that as well.
Sherrod, you going
man.
to... Go ahead. Sorry, there's a little bit of a delay on our voices, so if I cut you off, that's why.
What is it? Wait, am I tripping or is it like lagging a little bit or am I tripping?
No, it's definitely lagging a little bit.
It's being weird
I think
tonight.
it's
I'm not
lagging
sure
for all
what's
of
going on.
us.
No, I love technology until you need it, right? And then it's just I'm not going to work.
Yeah, for sure. But no, man. Hey, listen, man. Man, God is good, brother. Um, like I say all the time, the future is controlled by the youth. You know what I'm saying? I was once upon a time a kid that always said, I got big dreams. I want to be a professional football player." You know what I'm saying? And, I feel as though when I used to see like uh, I forget who it was, Banks from the Redskins was the corner, and he used to be like, "What's up, bro? You gonna be good?" You know what I'm saying? And it meant a lot to me because I'm like, "Bro, he played I just met such and such from the Redskins. He just said that, you know what I'm saying? Just give me inspiration." And I feel as though um in Ottawa it's very important that people understand that people got dreams here. You know what I'm saying? It's big dreams. And it's really good athletes out here as well. It's very good athletes. You know what I'm saying? Not just saying, yo, you got big dreams and you know what I'm saying, you don't got talent. And I feel like as the time goes by and the years goes on, it's being proven. You know what I'm saying? You getting draft picks. You know what I'm saying? You getting big time Division One schools. I went to a mid major. That's what Cali Joseph is. And Cali Joseph was All American. I didn't go All American. I didn't go All Conference. And Cali Joseph is already proven, you know what I'm saying, being odds like that. So the more you know how the political game go in sports, you always want to win those things. But yeah, man, Coach John is a head coach, is a guy out here who when I first came to Ottawa, I had a appearance at, I think it was it wasn't even an appearance. It was I seen Coach John just mutually, and I was like, he was like, "I coach a high school football team, St. Matt's," and I was like, "Just let me know the day. I'm gonna come. I'm gonna pull up." Actually, nah. What happened was I was training with Isaiah, and Isaiah was coaching with Coach John. He was like, "Bro, I coach the DBs," and he was like, uh, I was like, "I'm gonna come to the game. What? It's whatever." Because if I was in my community, I would. If I was at home, I'd always be in my community. I'm hands on, especially with my little brothers and whatnot. You know, I got siblings, man. Man, that's all I do. I live for this. You know what I'm saying? So I wish I could be doing this in my community, just being around, you know, coming to games and doing DB academies or drills or whatnot. And you know, we just getting it on film, and that's basically what it is. Um, it's talent in Ottawa, it's talent in Canada. Canadians are very talented. You know what I'm saying? And, I feel as though they got hunger. Young Jordan right here. Let me tell you something about this kid right here, man. This kid's special. I don't know what it is about him. It's just something different. It's just something in him. You know what I'm saying? Like he just got it. So we just been linking up, putting things on film. You know what I'm saying? We want to shine bright to all the coaches and not even just Coach John. It's a lot of coaches out here in the communities. A lot of people doing good in the community. Take it off the football. You know what I'm saying? You know, we play football, but we really out here in the community with these kids. You know what I'm saying? Giving back. So that's all this documentary is about. And I appreciate y'all, man, for having us on here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for this. I've been trying to say for the last like 6, 7, 8 years that like Ottawa football, the talent in Ottawa is ridiculous. We hear about people in the GTA constantly, but someone who grew up in Nakafa, I grew up playing football. I was 10 years old when I first started playing because Nakafa had this like age limit. I was not going to be playing with like 14-year-olds at 9 years old, but I've seen a lot of these guys who've gone pro, who like Neville Gallimore. I remember watching him. He was I think an age group above me, so I didn't really get to play against him. He's a dog. He's just, there's some players that I see in university. Brad Cohen, for example. I played football with him. Then he went to Laura. He got drafted by the Red Blacks this year. I played football with him. There's guys across Ottawa that are just legit talent, and I think it's about time that there's someone out there. There's guys like you who are putting that talent to light.
Also, keep the love for Jordan's documentary coming, okay? I love it.
Listen. Hey, Gallimore's a dog. Catley a dog. Buddy, what's his name from Jordan from UNC, the corner.
Akeem Mesidor. Patrice Renee. Akeem Mesidor goes to West Virginia.
Dog.
He's actually he was the true American of the week last week. True freshman of the week, sorry.
Catley. Hey, we got young gunners
against, I think,
high school.
Kansas.
We got young gunners that's 13. Hey, listen, this documentary crazy. I got a little youngin that's 13, little London. He like that. Hey, they got some talent out here that's gonna keep it going. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we gotta so the documentary is a three series thing. You know what I'm saying? We can't. I ain't gonna tell you too much how it's gonna drop. You know what I'm saying? You gotta stay tuned. It's gonna be a 3 series thing. And what we gonna do? We're gonna have a big. It's gonna be a big announcement coming soon. But we're gonna do something real big for the community. You know what I'm saying? Where these kids can get recruited, have these coaches tap in, these college coaches, rivals.com. You know what I'm saying? Jordan gonna drop his thing, 613. He gonna do rankings. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be real special, and hopefully 10 years from now, it's gonna be bigger and better. Because obviously, you know what I'm saying, the way I'm looking at it now, it's gonna keep growing. You know what I'm saying? I got nothing but love for Ottawa. I've been here for 4 years now. You know what I'm saying? Nothing but love for Ottawa. But I'm in the community, not even just football, the kids. You know what I'm saying? I'm hands-on. I reach out to the local businesses. BB Collection is I'm an ambassador for them, for their clothes and whatnot. So it's not just, when I say the community, it's not just kids, you know what I'm saying? It's not just sports. Like, we really reaching out. Swiss cookies, another local time cookies. Y'all need to get y'all some cookies. Did y'all order y'all some Swiss cookies?
I haven't even heard about this until right now. So let me know what I got to do.
I've seen it on your Instagram.
You missing it?
So I'm trying.
Hey, we gotta get him some. I'm gonna get you some Swiss cookies. Hey, make sure you send me your address.
I told.
Hey, we gotta get on that.
Yeah, I told Jordan this, but I've been itching to get back on the field. So if there's any field work out there that let me know, because I'm trying to get back on the field. It's been a long year and a half since I messed up my knee last May. I've been trying to get back on the field and get some consistent work.
Okay. Hey, man. Hey, I'll let you know, bro, for sure. We link up. We can link up. You got my DM. You got my.
Yo, let's do it. I'm trying to get. I'm trying to get back into this. I miss football. I miss playing it. I was looking forward to this year, and just blew up. I know it's everywhere, but last year was last year ending on a.
I missed that shit.
Ending your season on an injury, though. I mean, if you've played football, you know what it's like. You get hurt and you're done for the year. Worst feeling ever. At least personally, I hate ending a season.
And I be feeling so sad when anybody get hurt, bro. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't be wishing that on nobody, bro.
Sherrod, I want to ask you.
But hey, this documentary gonna be like that. What's up?
I want to ask you when you actually have free time, because you've given so much time to us at 613 Sports. You've given so much time to the 13th Man podcast, to Jordan. I was talking to Jonathan Edward. He said he knows you pretty well. When does Sherrod Baltimore have time to himself?
You said when does Sherrod what?
Have time to yourself.
Oh, never. I'm gonna go. Not right now. Hey, I feel like my days has been running. Hey, we gotta keep it moving. Right now ain't the time to be sitting back and, you know what I'm saying, sitting around. We gotta keep going, keep elevating. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gotta do it. Somebody gotta pay the rent. Somebody got the face. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people depending on me. I can't fully focus on myself right now. You know what I'm saying? It's a good thing. Hey, you gotta stay busy, man. You gotta keep it going. You gotta keep it going. I got my photographer right here, man. My dog Josh. Good man. Hey, got pictures. You feel? I seen him me tagging him. We just did a little shoot not too long ago. I think it was on Sunday. Yeah, man. Hey, nice with it. Nice. So like I said, man, I'm in the community. I'm hands-on. If you're in the community, you want to link up and get some work in, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm all about elevating. I'm all about learning. You know what I'm saying? I'm all about whatever y'all about. I just want to give back, especially to the young ones, man, to the future. So yeah, man, I appreciate y'all. Sure, always, brothers, man, always.
Jordan, one for you here. What went into making part one of the documentary, and then is it just threefold for what it took afterwards?
Yeah, so part one, it was pretty simple when you look at it. It was just talking about Sherrod and his journey to Ottawa, a little bit about myself as well. So it was just kind of an introduction to what's to come in the next three parts. So just going into it, I did a bunch of interviews going into this documentary. I think I did probably 30 total, and just going through the interviews and with not only like professional athletes, but kids like Sean mentioned, I've interviewed like 13-year-olds all the way to like the older generation that played football here in Ottawa maybe 20 years ago. So I've gone through with these awesome interviews. So I've learned so much about the city of Ottawa. Part one was just a little teaser to what Sherrod's been doing in the community, his journey to Ottawa, and just narrating that documentary. I know a lot of people have seen it already, and I know part two is going to be special. People are going to learn more about Coach Jean Guillaume, as well as more people in the city of Ottawa that have really paved the way for a lot of younger players in the city. And we all see it now. All the guys like Neville Gallimore, like you guys mentioned, he's a dog on the field. But that journey that he takes to the NFL, it's a long journey. So I know part three, it's gonna touch on both Neville's journey, Eli Anku, who's with the Texans right now. He just got activated on their active roster. There's a lot of great people that have come out of the city of Ottawa. And part three and four, you're gonna see the majority of the guys that I interviewed, and I think it's gonna be something to watch for sure. You guys better stay tuned for it.
So how long have you been working on this then?
It was actually, well, we started working on it in May. Sherrod hit me up in May while we were talking about doing some content together. Myself and Sherrod got together. We filmed a little workout session that he did by his place at the time, and we were talking more about what we could do in the city, just putting out something during this quarantine that we didn't know how long it would last at the time. So just doing something during our time that we had off. I was off of school. Sherrod didn't have anything really to do, working with not knowing if he had a season or not. It was tough for him, obviously. So we had a little distraction from all the big news that was going on with the coronavirus and the CFL, whether it was going to happen or not. So I know Sherrod, he has a lot of connections in the city, one being Coach Jean Guillaume, the great coach at St. Matthews out in Orleans. And we've all three of us have been working on it pretty much since I think the end of May. We started working more on getting it planned out, and then I think end of June I started doing interviews, and that's when stuff started to seem real. And here we are, end of October, and part two is about to come out. So it's been a long time coming. So I know Sherrod's been working on it a lot as well, getting his viewers prepared for it, and he's a huge help in the documentary and a huge help in not only the documentary but my process as a reporter, and my future's gonna be big help from Sherrod for sure.
Yeah, I mean, this is a question for Sherrod though. You know, how big is this for outside of playing, career wise? You know, everyone talks about what's your plan after football. Is yours starting to take shape in terms of helping out communities and like creating camps and whatnot? Is this something that once you retire, you can see yourself doing on a day-to-day basis?
Yo, y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
We can hear you. It's just lagging a little bit, so I don't know if he heard you. I heard you, Shane.
Like outside of football, like outside of your football career, you think this is something you can do once you retire? Is this something like helping out, creating camps, helping with recruiting, kind of being like an agent of some sort? I don't know if you heard it.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never seen this as bad.
Yeah, this is probably the worst I've seen on StreamYard.
Hey, I'm gonna come back in. Leave out.
He's doing the mannequin challenge.
Oh man, how long ago was that?
Mannequin challenge? That was a long time ago.
Oh fuck! Time has
A
gone
few
by
years
so
ago,
quick.
that's for sure.
I was in high school when the mannequin challenge happened. Like I think I was in grade 11 when it happened. That was like 6 years ago. God damn.
Jordan, you're 15, right?
Yeah. So I think the mannequin challenge might have been around when I was in elementary school.
God damn. I feel old.
You are. You are.
I
I'm
mean-
that nice happy medium right here.
Yeah, I'm the oldest of the three here. But so yeah, if you're staying tuned, like sorry for the technical difficulties here. Sherrod should be back momentarily. If you haven't had a chance yet, follow the 13th Man Podcast at 13th Man Pod on Twitter and on Facebook, Instagram. Subscribe on YouTube. Jordan, where can people find you?
They could find me on Instagram. It's at G_terror. And then on Twitter, it's just my name, Jordan Zlomazlik, screen. And then on Facebook, it's just my name, Jordan Zlomazlik as well.
I think Sherrod's back.
Yep.
Hopefully, we got the lag issues.
Yo.
Different part of the house.
Hear me?
This is rough tonight.
Yeah, it's been a rough one tonight.
Yo.
Oh, he gone.
Do we, for the sake of this going up in podcast form tomorrow, do we want to take this over to a Zoom call?
Maybe. I don't know if it would help much.
I'm wondering if the live part of this is causing us issues.
Maybe.
Is this live on Facebook?
It's on
It
Facebook,
is.
YouTube, and Twitter.
Okay. Because I was having trouble finding it. I couldn't watch it before I came on, so I didn't know where to find it.
We started very late. We're just lucky that we started it all this week compared to what we've had previous weeks.
Yeah, it's been kind of a mess. We'll give it one more go with Sherrod. If there's any issues, we'll head over to Zoom or we'll end the broadcast and just go through there.
It'll be an unfortunate end to a show, but for the sake of our episode tomorrow, man, it's gonna be.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, we can end it here.
Sherrod in the waiting room?
No, not yet.
Is Sherrod in the waiting room? Because he just texted me he can't hear anything.
No, he's not in the waiting room. He's not even. I think it's when we're talking, he can't hear anything. So I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think he had the best internet the last time we spoke either. But this is
bad.
This is really bad.
This is like Derek Dennis bad. No offense to Derek Dennis.
Don't say that about our boy, man. Come on.
But it's true though. I think the first time we talked to him, we had kind of the same issues.
At least there, when they go up in podcast form, you can edit them out. Right here, it's rough.
Yeah, it's been a trial. So wait, Jordan, are you no longer playing? Are you done playing? Or are you gonna still continue?
Well, I'm still a little bit playing. I haven't really played recently because of this COVID, but the last time I played was last spring. I'm out in Kempville area, so it's about 45 minutes from downtown Ottawa, and we have the Kempville Jaguars here. It's RYFL. There's Beckwith, there's Smith Falls team, and there's also a Rockville team. I played there since I was 6, and it's a great experience playing there, but I've also played in the NAPA League. Like you mentioned, Shane, you played in that. And that's pretty much the biggest league in Ottawa for football. And I've been playing in that for a while as well. I haven't really been playing recently. I've been more focused on like other things, like my website that I've been building pretty well. And I think in the future, I'll probably, I don't know if I'll be playing. I might be helping coach, but there's a little bit of an announcement coming soon about Coach Jean and also Sherrod, because there's a little team coming together where I'm going to be a part of. So not playing, but some other things going to be happening here in the city. Can't really say anything about it because it hasn't been announced yet.
So when that breaks, we're going to have you guys back on to talk about it.
Yeah, and you'll definitely have to have Coach Jean as well, Coach Jean Guillaume. I don't know if you guys have heard much about him, but this Saturday we're dropping that documentary about him. Huge part of the community for sure. I know he just won the Brian Kilray Award. You guys are big 67s fans, so that award just shows the excellence of the coaching excellence that he's had over the last while. Like we mentioned earlier, the players that he's brought down south. He's actually in Florida right now, helping coach the Clearwater Academy Knights. They actually have a game on Thursday, so I think they have that broadcasted on YouTube if you guys want to check that out as well. And there's a lot of guys from Ottawa playing in that. There's I think there's around 6 to 10 guys on the team from not only Ottawa but Montreal and Toronto. So it's a great team. It's an international school, and they've got guys all over Canada there, as well as even guys in Europe. I know there's a kid from London on the defensive line. Lots of talent all over the world. So Coach Jean's really helping with that. And I know just having him on this podcast next time, whenever that news breaks, will be huge.
Oh, 100%. We'll use you to help us facilitate getting him on. Because, but it's crazy to think how much Ottawa football has changed ever since the Red Blacks have come on.
Yeah, for sure. I know Alex Mateus, since he got drafted, I know the Red Blacks had a huge part of like coming in 2014, but seeing Alex Mateus the very next year, first overall pick, born and raised, playing a CAF football, played every single league here in Ottawa that he could really play in, and seeing him go through the process that everybody wants to go through as a football player definitely had a huge impact. And even in the documentary, we'll actually be talking about his impact and the impact that the Red Blacks have had on the community.
Yeah, I miss playing ball. I feel bad for Frankie for not being able to enjoy the ability of playing football.
I got the same deal out of hockey, and I don't need it anymore.
What?
I don't need the being on a team thing anymore. I don't know. It's like it's fun and it's cool while it lasts, but yeah, I was ready to move on.
So someone see what's going on with Sherrod real quick, just if he's coming back or if we need to.
I think he's given up, but
I'll give him a call right now. Actually, I'm just gonna turn off my camera and my mic just quickly.
All right, we're gonna remove him real quick just to kind of. So, oh my God, this episode has been nothing but technical difficulties after technical difficulties.
This might end up being a Facebook, Twitter, YouTube special and never getting uploaded in podcast form because this to the ears might just be toxic.
And it sucks because like what Jordan is doing and what Sherrod has done is fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm excited about these cookies though, not gonna lie.
Yeah. Man, for real though, like Sherrod Baltimore, he's had conversations with us here. He's had conversations with Eddie and myself for 613. He's done this for Jordan. He's like again, I'm putting together a piece for Glue magazine that talks about Ravens and GGs who are looking to go to the CFL. And I talked to John Doe, Jonathan Edward, and I asked him if he knew Sherrod, and he's like, "Yeah, that's my guy." Like, I don't know where this guy has free time. And then you see him out there, he's coaching high school kids. Like,
yeah, I want to train with Sherrod. Like, not even gonna lie, training with Sherrod, D Rose, whoever, I'm about it.
D Rose, J Rose, you mean?
J Rose. Honestly, D Rose, we both had knee injuries. Like, I'm okay with it. But like Jonathan Rose, even any of the linemen. Like, I remember going to FanFest last year, and it's the second year in a row. They look at me and they're like, "Do you play?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And it was funny because last year I hurt my knee the day before FanFest at Carleton in the first game of the Northern Football Conference season for the Ottawa Sooners, and I turned around and I went upfield and my knee just slipped. I don't know what happened, but my foot just slipped, sprained my MCL, but I still decided to go to FanFest. I put up my brace. I said, screw it. I limped to FanFest, and like, just being part of that, I just miss football.
Yeah. Shane, and not to take anything away from what Jordan has done. I think I just finished a video project that is football related about one of the Red Blacks, and that's going on our YouTube afterwards too.
Keeping away all the good stuff from me. God,
this was a school thing. This is a school thing. I will say I did a little.
I know what you're talking about.
I did a profile video with Lewis Ward at for school for a photography class. So that's going to be up on our YouTube at some point, probably after it's graded, so I don't get banged for plagiarism.
Fair enough. So Jordan, you're back. What did he say?
He said nothing. He didn't pick up.
Okay, so we got some stuff out of Sherrod. Hopefully, we should be able to get through the rest of this with just you. It's not a big deal. We'll have to put something together where it's less awful.
And less, I think we need to get like a studio or something where we can have people in and talking.
This is what I mean, man. If this wasn't a pandemic right now, you know what we would have done tonight? We all would have went to Algonquin College and jumped in at the radio broadcasting booth.
No, I'm about that.
That's what we would have done. There's 4 spots in there. We would have been chilling. This would have been great.
Yeah,
but of course, COVID ruined everything.
No, because technically, it's late enough. Never mind, they wouldn't be getting football. Because technically, if this was a normal year, I would have football practice right now. I would have literally started like either 10 minutes ago or half hour ago. Or 40 minutes ago, actually, technically.
No, it's all right. That part's non-important. Shane, you would have been hurt by now anyway.
Yo, don't say that. Don't say that. People would kill me if I play football and get hurt again.
Anyway, Jordan, without giving too much away about what's to come.
Also, when are you joining the network?
There's a few. Don't know about that one yet. No, maybe soon. You never know. So what's to come? Well, there's obviously part 2 of the documentary is coming out this Saturday. Part 3 is coming out on 7th of November. Part 4 coming out on the 14th, and I think 2 weeks after that, there's a documentary dropping again about someone that you guys were talking about earlier, Jonathan Rose, Sherrod's buddy. And I've actually been working on that during this Ottawa one. So just working on this Ottawa one with Sherrod, obviously. J Rose has been a part of it. So has Abdul Kanay, who is in the city now. And just working with those guys, they've all been wondering if they can have something together. So J Rose and I have been doing calls with all of like his old buddies from. There's actually a train going by right now, so it's going to be a little bit loud. But
we can't hear it.
I've been working on a documentary with him, just doing interviews with. I did an interview with his dad last week, his high school coach this week, and just touching on his story to where he is now, a Grey Cup champion, and unfortunately now he's a free agent, but I hope he's coming back here in Ottawa. He's a great piece to the defense if he does. Him and Sherrod on that defense is crazy when it happens. Unfortunately, didn't happen last year with his injury, but his story to the CFL is pretty crazy. I know him going to both Auburn and Nebraska, two big schools in the States. Huge journey for him. He's even mentioned that he had Nick Saban in his house during his recruiting process. I know that must have been crazy for him and his family. So just going through his journey from Alabama to Ottawa, it's going to be a great thing to touch on. And then after that, talking about Ottawa talent all over the place, not only in football, like Sherrod mentioned, the whole community, there's talent everywhere. I'm dropping a website in December. Not going to drop too many details about it, but it's going to be just showcasing what I've been doing over the last while, the documentary, and I've been doing some filming as well in the city. I helped film a showcase last weekend with Uplift, it's Gridiron Academy, Victor Tedondo, and those guys there. So just showcasing that Ottawa has some great people in the community. And like Sherrod mentioned, I think I'm doing rankings in the new year as well to showcase more of the talent. When the documentary drops, you'll see more things coming with the city of Ottawa. And like I mentioned, Coach Jean Guillaume.
What grade are you in, Jordan?
I'm in grade 11. Started my first quadmester, or whatever you call it, back in September. So it's unfortunately I still have 2 years of high school left.
Have you started to think about what you're taking in college or anything like that yet?
I have. I've actually looked at a few schools, Ryerson being one, Carleton, and staying in Ottawa would be nice with Algonquin or Carleton, obviously. But looks like Ryerson, I think they have a sports media program there. I was talking to Cabby Presents one day. He was saying that he should push me to go there. And I know Matthew Shinetti, the TSN guy, he went there as well. So there's a bunch of guys that have made it out of there. And obviously Algonquin's had a few guys as well. So seeing schools in Canada that have some good sports media and media programs. I know you guys know a lot about it. I think you guys stayed here in Ottawa for schooling.
I have, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going in. I was going to do the radio broadcasting this year, but with COVID, it was just something I didn't want to deal with. But yeah, no, that's a next year goal, going into doing that. But I've heard nothing but good things for Ryerson. I know a lot of people. I've talked to a lot of people who've graduated from there, and it was one of the best things they've done. They have one of the better programs, I find, in North America when it comes to sports media.
Yeah, one of my cousins actually went there for photography. She does photography in Toronto now. She's from Orleans, but just heard a lot of great things from her as well about Ryerson. And obviously I still have 2 years left, so there's a lot to think about. But hopefully something could happen where I got to go there, or one of the schools here in Ottawa as well.
Shane, I don't know if you have anything else, but
no, I think we're pretty good. I think we've gotten as much information out of Jordan as he can give us right now.
especially with our crappy circumstances right now, just nothing is working right.
Yeah, it's been a struggle. This is what happens when we're out of the loop for like a month. Everything goes wrong. It's just, you've been out of the loop for a month. We're gonna screw everything up for you. But thank you, Jordan, for coming on. I can't wait for the rest of the documentary to drop. I can't wait to see what other things you have planned. Hopefully we can have you on in the next couple of weeks when you guys, or maybe next week even, when things are a little bit better, or whenever the news drops. So hopefully we can reconnect.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I actually have something to show you guys. Actually, I think I told Frankie about it. I printed something out today for Sherrod about part 1, and I'm gonna give it to him tomorrow when I see him. So I don't know if you guys can see this. It's a little magazine I put together. I think I put a couple of them on my website just this year. and did one for Sherrod, one for Jonathan Rose, and I'm just gonna show you guys the inside too. It's just a little
That's
article
sick.
that I wrote on Sherrod and his journey to Ottawa. I'm just trying to find a good angle to put it on, and just showcasing, like, there's a picture of myself, Sherrod, and Coach Jean in it. I'm gonna, whenever the documentary, all 4 of them drop, I'm gonna put some on my website for guys to buy as well. I know people are gonna definitely like to see that, and I'm even the back of it. I don't know if you guys have seen that poster. That I think his name is Sean Hall. He's from University of Ottawa. He was a coach there, and I think he's coaching at the Waterloo. Sorry, and he did a cool edit for us about the documentary and showcasing. I think there's Sherrod, Ilianku, Alex Mateus, and there's also a high school guy, Alex Lane, who's in Clearwater right now, and Catley Joseph at Maine. So it just showcases the journey of Ottawa football, and it's going to be all 4 of those guys, all 5 of those guys actually are going to be in that documentary. Hopefully part 3 will showcase all of them, but they're all going to be in it at some point for sure.
I just want to say too, like, I know how difficult it is to find people to talk to sometimes. Your ability to get people to talk to is like amazing. So I don't know what you do, but don't stop, man. Like when I tweeted the other day that you are the kid with the brightest future in Ottawa, that wasn't a joke. Like you got a lot going your way. Keep after it, and I guarantee you we'll see you on the sidelines at a CFL game covering it for TSN, and probably like as soon as you possibly can.
Yeah, for sure. I hope they let a 16-year-old on the sideline next year, if that's something.
Hey, I mean, hey, Chris
if
will
there's
make
a
it
season
work.
for sure.
Oh man,
Hopefully.
there better be a
Yeah,
season.
Chris will make everything work.
Chris will make it work. It's fine. We need to get him on the show. We need to get him involved.
I'll email him. He's one of my teachers next semester.
Oh, that's sick. It's funny because I actually applied for the assistant equipment manager job when they posted it. Because I'm like, yo, this is something I want to do. This seems like this is sick. So, who knows? We'll see what happens. I'm honestly kind of surprised they
It's
even
sad to see RJ leave.
Yeah, but I mean, hey, on to bigger and better things, right?
Yeah, I know he got married just a while ago. I think just after the season ended. So
Yeah.
starting a family, I think so. Definitely was good to see him here in Ottawa while time lasted. He was here for a while, and nothing better than someone to be on the sideline smiling during the game. Sure.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I wish him best of luck. I mean, anyone who moves on from Ottawa, outside of a couple of players, I always wish them best of luck.
Come on, bro.
Yo, you're gonna tell me that you wish Trevor Harris the best of luck when he did not, like when he went to Edmonton? Don't lie to me. I know you didn't. I know how much you hate Trevor Harris.
No, okay, I don't hate Trevor Harris.
How can you hate T Sizzle?
Because he's inconsistent. Like he's not a consistent quarterback.
Shane, careful. Jordan, I know you like Trevor Harris, so I'm going to try to keep this. I'm going to end this here.
It's not like I don't like Trevor Harris as a person. I think he's a great person. I just don't think he was that good of a quarterback for Ottawa with his, like when he was here. That's all. I think he could have been better than he was, and that the fact that he was kind of coming out of under Burris, I mean, made it a little bit harder. But I just think he could have been better. There were games that you watch him play in, and you're just like, how are you like? Are you really that good of a quarterback? And then you see games like when he had like 6 touchdowns against Hamilton, and you're like, that's the quarterback we need. And then there's games against Montreal where he's like, below 50% with like 5 picks, and you're just like, what? Where did this come from?
Are we talking about the Ryan Lindley game there, actually?
Oh man, we've had so many bad games over the last like 5 years. They all kind of mesh. Jennings
and Davis were not better, trust me. But actually, you know what? I'll say I like Dominic Davis, Jordan. I think Dominic Davis
was a lot better than people give him credit for. The situation that he was put in was garbage.
Dom is the best. Dom throwing 4 interceptions, still winning the game. The first game of the season last year, I think that was great.
And 2 of them were the receiver's fault. If you watch the game, like 2 of them hit off the receiver's hands, and you're like, yo, if it hits your hands, you got to catch it.
Hey, overlooked in that game too. Dominic Davis had 4 rushing touchdowns?
Something like that, yeah.
three rushing touchdowns, and I think I'm not sure if I think Madhu had one because Madhu
Right.
went off that game. I think he had over 120 yards.
And then we didn't see much of Moses Madhu the rest of the way.
He got hurt, and then Crockett came in.
No,
and then
Crockett took off.
There was a lot that went wrong last year.
And it's sad to see because if we don't get the CFL back at this point, I'm gonna cry because we had something this year. We really did.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens for next year. I would expect there to be a season. I really do.
Oh, there has to be.
I really expect there to be a season. It's just a matter of what happens with public officials, right? If Lisa McLeod talking about no contact.
I don't know if the league can survive if there's no season this year for sure. So gotta hope the best. For that part, I don't know. With the XFL coming back too, I tweeted about that a while ago when the XFL came back. I was hoping that The Rock would buy the CFL or have some affiliation because he's got bank for sure, and him coming from the CFL.
The CFL needs to go under one ownership or a group ownership. I think that would help a lot. Where it's just an overall group ownership. You have MLSC, you have Edmonton, Hamilton, and Ottawa kind of grouped together. One quick question before we go about next season.
Rod Peterson. I don't know if you guys watch Rod Peterson.
That's where Shane stole that idea from.
What?
That's where you stole that idea from.
Yeah. So he was actually talking about MLSE buying the CFL and having the season happening this year. Well, I think he made that prediction August, so it would have been September the season would have started if his prediction would have happened.
Yeah, I know. I remember that, and I mean, it makes sense though. I mean, we've seen it with isn't the CBL and the and the Canadian Premier League both sole proprietorship? They're both.
CPL is not. The CEBL is.
I know the CEBL is. I thought
No, the CPL, they got different owners, right? They've got the team who own, or the guys who own Atletico Ottawa are Jeff Hunt and Atletico Madrid.
So I just felt for some reason a couple of their teams were all under the same owner.
I don't think so. I could be wrong though. That I don't care about that league very much. So
I just hate how you have to pay. I hate one soccer. Not even gonna lie.
I'm not buying your game for an expansion team. I'm sorry, not in a bubble.
It's not even that. It's just I'm not paying. I get that you get a bunch of stuff with it. It's more than just this Canadian Premier League, but and I know a lot of people would you guys buy a streaming service for the CFL? Let's say if it was, I don't know, $100 for a year, but you got to rewatch games. You got to, there was behind the scenes stuff and things like that. Would you guys buy it? Would you guys invest in something like that in the CFL?
I would.
If it helped the CFL season happening this year, definitely. If I could go to the games, and I think there's a few YouTube guys that stream the games on YouTube, I don't think I would.
But I mean, it's just if we had a service kind of like The Zone where you can rewatch games and behind the scenes stuff, kind of like Open Gym that basketball TV has for the Raptors or TSN has for the Raptors. I feel like that would be a great way to generate revenue.
Maybe throw in a bit of a CFL podcast. I wonder where you could find one of them.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty to choose from.
This one might work better if we were funded by the CFL too. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, they
could give us $10 a month, Shane. It would still be better funded than it is right now.
True, and I mean, I feel like we would do a better job than they do because they have an official podcast, and I don't think it's not that good.
I don't think I haven't seen one posted.
Is that the Waggle?
Anyway.
Yeah, friggin' Waggle.
I don't think they've posted since the draft.
Yeah, no. I don't think so either because the CFL is just lame. They don't do anything. They're boring.
They laid everybody off.
True. True.
Yeah.
But
Randy Ambrosie is doing the social media probably.
Yo, honestly, wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me at all.
I haven't been blocked by the CFL yet, so there's no way that's true.
How have you been blocked? Why are you getting blocked by the CFL? Why are you even getting
No,
blocked
I
by
said
Randy
I haven't.
Ambrosi?
I haven't.
But why have you been blocked by Randy Ambrosi?
No.
So why
But
would you be blocked by the CFL?
When I tweeted at Randy Ambrosi should be let go by the CFL for X reason. I did that a couple of weeks ago, and I started to kind of get on board with it because he said something so stupid. Oh, you know what he said? It was if you keep leaking our negotiations,
Oh yeah.
fine. That's when I said that. So if that was true, I would have been blocked right there.
I mean, to be fair though, you shouldn't be leaking your negotiations. That's stupid. You're just hurting yourself at that point. There's a certain level of professionalism and secrecy that has to go on with negotiations.
Hey, if the negotiations were fair, then I'd agree.
Name a negotiation that's ever been fair. Name one single negotiation that is fair.
My negotiation with Jordan to get him on here tonight.
Did you? I'm pretty sure it was more of a request than a negotiation.
I mean,
but like you have contract talks, you're gonna like no professional negotiation is ever fair.
Antonio Brown going to the Bucks. That was pretty.
No, that's not
successful.
fair. That's not fair for anybody.
I mean, hey, he's gonna flame out. It's fine. He'll last a week. Someone will leak a story of something he did the last 6 months. He'll be released.
He'll try and beat up Bruce Arians.
No, he'll. I don't like. I can see it being either one of two ways. He's either going to play the season or it's going to be like a Des Bryant situation where like he gets hurt within a week of being on the team and is out for the rest of the year. Like it's either one of those two, I think.
Hey, you know what, guys? Since we're on the topic of the NFL, Shane, let's do our pick.
I mean,
now.
Godwin just got hurt, so they need him.
True. And I mean, hey, Frankie, you were off to a great start.
I was.
And Jordan, you just tanked it.
Jordan, you want to stick around and make NFL picks this week with us before we end this?
Steeler Nation, baby.
For sure.
Let's go. Here we go. Going 7-0 this week.
So we have been doing our picks, even though you haven't been seeing them. Shane is currently 71-31-1. I am 66-36-1. I had 1 week where what was the week that screwed me over here, Shane?
I was like 12-3.
You know what? It was last week, I think, where I went 7-7.
Maybe, but there was one
week. Not last week, the week before.
I was like 12-3, and you were like 9-5.
9-6, yeah. That didn't help.
I mean, I won last week. I've won the last 5 weeks, or we've been tied.
Yeah, you've been winning lately. Let's kick it off with Thursday night though. Falcons at Panthers.
Jordan, you go first.
I think the Falcons will blow another lead. They'll start off well, like they usually do, and I think in the second half, the Carolina Panthers will turn it around. I know Christian McCaffrey's not back yet, but I know Mike Davis has done pretty well for them. Not necessarily last week, but he'll turn it on again. He's a rebound to show the team that he can still kind of provide when Christian McCaffrey's back. So I say Carolina Panthers win that one.
Shane?
I'm going Carolina. As much as I like Atlanta, and I think if Gurley doesn't mess up,
what?
I don't know. I feel like there's reports. McCaffrey was back at practice. He could be ready to go for Thursday night.
I'm hoping so. He's on my fantasy team.
So I don't know. I'm gonna go Panthers. I think Teddy Bridgewater, DJ Moore, and co. I like the Panthers.
Hey, Teddy Two Gloves is an elite, man.
Yeah, Teddy Bridgewater is underrated. If he does not get hurt in Minnesota, that brutal knee injury, he is still there and he's doing work with Dalvin Cook.
Yeah, and Stephon Diggs too.
Yeah, they don't trade Diggs. They have
they don't trade Diggs if they have him.
No, not at all.
I'm also going the Panthers there because the Falcons are awful, almost as awful as those gradient uniforms they wore last week.
Yeah, those ugly. I don't understand why they just didn't go back to their 90s look. That 90s look was so much better than anything they've ever had.
Well, the look they have now is cool. Just don't ever put gradient on a uniform.
Just on a helmet.
Vikings and Packers, I think this is about as straightforward as they come. I picked the Packers here, but Jordan, what do you got?
I mean, it was Aaron Rodgers Tuesday today on the Pat McAfee show. I don't know if you guys tune into that, but I think Aaron Rodgers will take that one. Go Pats.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Packers.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah,
the over? I'm almost gonna take the over on that. I'm gonna take the over is like the spread is like what 40.
The spread could be 40 points, and I'd still take the Packers to cover the spread.
Yeah, but the total of that game is 54.5 points. I'm gonna take the over on that. I think Aaron Rodgers is gonna hit up like I think the Minnesota might have a chance to get like 15, 16 points, but I think I would be very surprised if Green Bay solely doesn't hit 45.
Yeah. So we're all on the same board with the Packers then. Titans and Bengals. Shane,
Titans.
You didn't go after the Titans fans like I asked you to.
You didn't ask me. I said I would, and you're like, nah, just leave it.
All right, fair enough. Okay. I was kind of hoping you would, even though I said don't.
I tried, and no one was biting. They were just like, shut up. You can't. So, okay, Jordan, I don't know if you're aware of this. Some idiot Titan fans went after Frankie for being a Bills fan, and they were talking all this shit. So I started talking all this shit, calling the Titans trash, went on, even like commented on some of these guys' posts, and no one responded. Because once you lose – and you get your ass handed to you in the first quarter or in the first half, and then you have a solid second half, but you lose on a missed field goal that should have been a chip shot. You can't talk shit.
They're still going to win this week, though.
What?
They're still going to win this week, and it's just because they're playing the Bengals.
Honestly, though, no. I mean, I'm taking the Titans, but I think the Bengals are going to put up a fight.
I hope they do, because I mean, I wasn't a big Joe Burrow guy when he came out of college, but he's fun to watch. I'll give him that. I just like to not like the first overall pick every year, it seems. That's kind of my thing.
That's because you're a hater.
But we're both Titans. Jordan, Titans or Bengals?
I say Titans. I don't think Joe Burrow has it together yet. He's done a little bit okay over the last couple of weeks, but he did play the Browns last week, and that's not really – I know they beat my Cowboys, but they haven't done too much other than that.
I mean, that's not a test.
I'll say Titans.
I mean, I think Derrick Henry just goes off. I think he has a bounce-back game. I think he's pissed with how he played against Pittsburgh and just has a monster game. He hits 200 yards. I would be very surprised if he does not hit 200 rushing yards.
Next game here is
even
one.
After he had 70 yards, over 70 yards too. So I think that wasn't even a bad game for Derrick Henry.
No, but I think he had like one of those runs that he had like a 20 or 30 yard run at one point, and that kind of took most of his yards. So either way, he's gonna have a breakout game.
I didn't really watch that game, but I was too busy watching Cowboys lose.
Oh yeah, I spent literally the day watching. Like, so this is my team, so I had to watch it.
This should be a tight one. Jets, Chiefs. I think we can just skip over it. I'm just gonna write in Chiefs for you here, Shane. Jordan, I'm just gonna assume, Jordan, you're picking the Chiefs, and we'll move on.
Yeah, go Le'Veon Bell.
Fuck Bell.
Hey, yeah, I agree with that. You should have picked the Bills. Colts and Lions, I think, is actually gonna be a good game. I'm taking the Colts here just because
it's the Lions.
It's the Lions, but I think this is going to be a good game.
See, I feel like Stafford over Phillip Rivers, so I'm going to take the Lions.
You're taking – ooh. That's a big-time pick.
Bro, they won. They came back and win. Yo, Matt Stafford is –
that's a close game.
It's going to be another, like, fourth quarter comeback. It's going to be, like, one of those, like, last-minute drives to win the game. I guarantee it.
Shane, I think you're giving Detroit too much credit for coming back considering it was against Atlanta.
No, I just trust Matt Stafford more than I trust Phillip Rivers. The fact that, like, Phillip Rivers isn't good. He's not good anymore. He should have retired. The fact that the Colts are 4-2 is mind-boggling. Like, he has 6 interceptions to 7 TDs. Like, they're not winning because of him. They're winning in spite of him. And they're realistically, their schedule is not that great.
Do you think that –
they played Jacksonville, Minnesota, the Jets, Chicago, Cleveland, and Cincinnati.
Do you think that maybe we might see Jacoby Brissett at some point again?
Probably. But their 4 wins came around the Minnesota Vikings, which are hot garbage, the winless Jets.
Come on, the Jets are good.
the Bears, who can't seem to figure out what the hell they're doing, and if it wasn't for that defense, they would be under. They wouldn't have won the game.
By the way, Chicago Bears offense is actually statistically worse with Nick Foles at quarterback than it is Mitch Trubisky.
Yeah, because their offense is garbage. Their O-line is trash. There's like 50. Honestly, take any CFL O-line and put it with the Bears, they would be extremely better. But I don't know. I don't think the Colts are that good. They're winning in spite of Phillips.
I like the Bears this year. I mean, they've got a quarterback coach this year. I don't know if you guys have heard.
Oh yeah, Henry Burris. They should just let him run the offense.
They should just put him on the field.
Be like, dude, let's go out and play.
I know you haven't thrown a ball in like 4 years at this point, but get out there. We need you. Shane, this is the game you're going to care about. Actually, sorry, Jordan, we never got your pick on Colts Lions.
Oh, it's Colts. I'm taking the Colts on that one.
All right, so he's on my side there, Shane. That's gonna be a swing game. I'm gonna need that one. But Steelers Ravens is up next.
Steelers, and it needs to be flexed to friggin' Monday night. I don't give a shit about the
Buccaneers and Giants.
What? No, or I mean Sunday night when it's the Cowboys and the Eagles, a combined 4-9-1. Combined 4-9-1. Who? Why? Do you need to flex this game to 1:00, or you just flex the game and just say fuck it, you both suck, you're not playing, and then give the Steelers, the 6-0 Steelers, and the 5-1 Ravens the primetime game.
Now, Shane, did you say you're taking the Ravens?
No,
sorry, the Steelers. I am too.
I don't think that Ravens defense is good enough.
I think they're good enough. I just think the Steelers defense is better. I think if Minkah Fitzpatrick ever shows up and does anything, that's going to be an impossible to beat defense.
I mean, he has, but people are throwing away from him.
True.
They were targeting, like Tennessee was targeting. They played a lot of zone or a lot of man on man, and I'm going to give the Tennessee Titans receivers credit. They were able to create separation. I can't name a receiver for Baltimore that. They just signed Dez Bryant. Well, Dez Bryant's a one-trick pony. I don't think he's versatile.
Dez is elite. And Dez caught it.
Yeah, but he's
I'm
one
sure
to
Jordan agrees Dez caught it.
But I don't know. I don't look at the Ravens offense and I'm like, their receivers scare me. I look at their running game and I'm like, they'll pound the rock and Lamar Jackson's terrifying and you're going to have to beat Lamar Jackson. But I don't
keep Lamar Jackson in the pocket though. He's not
even that because he has a great arm. Like Lamar Jackson pocket ability is very underrated. But I think overall the weapons
Baltimore's defense just got better this week too. They got Yannick Ngakoue, so
yeah.
I think Baltimore's gonna put a good fight.
I just think it's the Steelers. I mean, outside of them being my favorite team, I think overall they're a lot better offensively.
There's just weapons everywhere.
Yeah, Claypool. And who's the thing? Okay, who are you going to double team? Claypool, cool. That leaves Juju, Deontay Johnson to have a breakout game like they did against Tennessee. You're going to double team Juju. Well, you still have two other threats. Like, who pick your poison and just deal with it.
And then here's James Conner and Benny Snell out of the backfield. Watch out. They'll run your ass over.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So friggin' jet sweep you the entire time. They'll show you the same formation, the same motion 15 times in a row and run 15 different plays.
Yeah. We're going to start to go through these a little bit faster. So just give me the team and then just give me the team you think is going to win. Jordan, Steelers, Ravens.
Ravens.
Okay. Interesting. Rams and the Tua Tagovailoa led Miami Dolphins. Shane.
Rams.
I am also going with the Rams here, and by God, do the Bills ever need the Rams to win this game? Jordan.
Yeah, Rams in that game for sure. Tua doesn't stand a chance.
I just hope he doesn't get
against Aaron Donald in his debut.
Yeah, I just hope the kid doesn't get hurt. Bill Belichick and the Cam Newton ? Maybe Jarrett Stidham led Patriots against my Buffalo Bills. I'm going with the Bills because the Bills are trash, but somehow 5-2.
As much as
the
I want to,
Bills in that one.
I want to say Patriots just to piss off Frankie.
I picked the Steelers over the Ravens.
But I definitely feel like the Bills are going to find a way to win this game.
They have to. I mean, I don't think Josh Allen's going to continue to suck, and I think he's just hurt right now.
Either Cam Newton has a bounce back games and runs all over that defense, or Buffalo finds a way to win the game.
Yeah, that's the scary thing.
I think they'll get their running game going in this one. If they can get their running game going, it should be easy for them.
I mean, maybe they should have, got Leonard Fournette or Le'Veon Bell. That may have helped the running game. But
Fournette's out for the year, so it doesn't matter.
Well, he wouldn't have been hurt if he was in Buffalo.
That's not true. He would have been probably hurt just sooner.
No. Anyway, moving on. Raiders against the Cleveland Browns. I am going Cleveland, and it's not just because Baker is my fantasy quarterback this week.
I'm going Raiders.
Okay. Jordan, what do you got?
Raiders too. John Gruden's got it taken care of out in Vegas right now.
They'll stop. Odell's gone. I don't know. I just feel like the Raiders are a better team.
Yeah, that's that running game for Cleveland though. Chargers are going to Denver to play the Broncos. I'm taking the Chargers. Yeah, Justin Herbert's been really freaking good.
Now, I don't know if Deontay is in or out of this game, so I'd have to take the Chargers.
I'm not going to pretend like Deontay is a big turning point, but, it's nice to see him out there.
Yeah.
The Saints and the
Bears.
Mostly trash Chicago Bears.
Saints, baby.
That's where I'm going to. And apparently Drew
Saints.
Brees remembered where his arm is at some point. So, a game, actually, a very, very important game is Niners and Seahawks. If the Niners can win this game, they pull themselves up that division and they get a divisional win. If they lose, they're probably destined to finish at the bottom of that division. But that being said, I'm going Seahawks.
I'm going Seahawks. The injuries that they suffered last week, I just don't see it happening.
They're just so injured.
As a bandwagon Cardinals fan for the rest of the year, I'd have to say Niners, just because I'm hoping that Arizona comes up on top. Because I don't want to bandwagon on a team that's not even going to win a division.
You could bandwagon to the Bills.
They're not going to win the division. They're going to lose to the Dolphins.
Yeah.
All right. The Bills already have one win against the Dolphins. And I want to point out, who have the Dolphins' wins come against, Shane?
I have no idea. I haven't actually checked.
The Jets, the 49ers, when Jimmy Garoppolo was essentially playing on one leg, and some other trashed. Yeah, exactly. They've beat some trash teams.
Yeah, but they put up 43 points against the 49ers. That's impressive.
Yeah, and then they benched the quarterback who did that.
After they shut out the Jets. Yo, how did the Dolphins shut out the Jets and you guys give up 10 points?
Okay, so what happened?
So you let them score a touchdown and you didn't score one.
Okay, actually, let me fill you in on this. The Bills would have had a touchdown, except Tyler Kroft pulled a Daniel Jones.
Okay, but he didn't, and
he didn't. But also, Frank Gore's elite.
Yeah, I'm just saying you let them get 10 points. The Dolphins shut them out, and
it doesn't matter.
They scored more points than Buffalo did. So either Buffalo's trash, or Miami's a lot better than you're giving them credit for.
Actually, that was Buffalo's second game against the Jets too, so that has an impact.
I just hear excuses.
Anyway, we're moving on. We've moved on from the Bills. I don't want to talk about the Bills anymore because I'm going to have an aneurysm if I continue to. Cowboys and Eagles. I'm taking the Eagles because Ben DiNucci is the starting quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. And I want to ask you, Shane, why is Bo Levi Mitchell not the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys?
More importantly, why isn't Colin Kaepernick the quarterback of the Cowboys?
There you go. There's another one.
Because Bo Levi wouldn't piss Jerry off. I'm just gonna say it. They're
both Southern boys.
Yeah, but there's a swagger to Bo Levi that I feel like Jerry would not like. I also don't think he's a good quarterback to fit McCarthy's system. But I also don't think McCarthy's a good coach. So
that being said, you're going Eagles, I'm assuming.
Yeah,
McCarthy doesn't even have a system. If his system even works.
Yeah, I trust that. I trust Wentz. Hell, I would put Hurts in for this game. I'd say screw it and put Jalen Hurts in this game, and they would still win by a landslide. I guarantee it. If they were to start Jalen Hurts, they would still win. Sorry, Jordan. I know you're a Cowboys fan, but like it is what it is.
Dude, Ben DiNucci is who is that
the Cowboys in this one? I mean, Ezekiel Elliott. He's in bound for a bounce back game. He had 2 fumbles one game. He didn't do anything last game. I think now with Dalton out, DiNucci will definitely be handing the ball off all game. I don't.
So even easier.
DiNucci is supposed to be a good, accurate quarterback. So I think if he does throw the ball, it's going to be to Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup, CeeDee Lamb, and those are 3 big threats on the offense. I think if our defense has it together, it'll be a good game. If not, it's going to be a blowout for the Eagles.
The fact that this is a game this is the game for the division, right? Whoever wins this.
Washington's ahead in the division, aren't they?
I don't think so. I think the Eagles are in.
Oh, Eagles are, but if
Eagles are 2 wins and a tie.
Yeah, 2-4-1, and then it's the Washington football team at 2-5.
But if Dallas wins this game, they lead the division, right?
Yeah,
that's a joke. This division should be wiped out of the playoff race entirely.
Just let all 4 teams from the NFC wet. Think about that. One team, guaranteed there's going to be a team with most likely a below 500 record hosting a playoff game, while there's a team. Oh, maybe
no, they can all make it because there's 3 wildcard teams.
Yeah, I forgot about that. But still, that's ridiculous. The fact that it still doesn't make a chance. The fact that there's going to be a team with a below 500 record hosting a playoff game.
Think about it too.
A team with a possible above 500 record, who's the 4th worst team in the division, having a road game. That makes no sense.
The Rams could realistically finish 10-4 and play an away game in the playoffs to like the 6-10 Cowboys.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I mean, the Red Blacks won the Grey Cup 8-9-1. So I don't know if
we got lucky
losing records or something where you could win championships. So
I mean, it's a little bit different when you only have
the playoffs with a losing record.
I mean, to be fair, it's a little bit different when you have to. You're 8-9-1, and you host one game before going to the Grey Cup. I'm not gonna lie, but it's a very different situation. And 8-9-1, okay, you're literally half a game away from 500. It's a little bit better than 6-10.
Anyway, our Monday night game is another game that nobody cares about. Buccaneers, Giants. Shane, I've already filled in your answer. I know there's not a chance in hell you're picking Daniel Jones. And what is their running back situation now? Is it Wayne Gallman?
I think so.
And like that team's a mess.
Devontae Freeman.
I picked up Dion Lewis in fantasy when Saquon went out, and I'm kind of pissed that he didn't get used in the offense when Wayne Gallman took the role, and then picked up Devontae Freeman. So I say definitely not the Giants in that game. I'm not a Giants fan at all.
I had Freeman on my bench in fantasy for like 3 weeks, and then I put him in, start one game. He took one run and then got hurt.
Not surprising.
So, yeah, I think he had that one run, and then was it Alex Singleton that just no? There was somebody a couple weeks ago that had one run and then went to go block, and Singleton ran him over and ruined him. I think it was Raheem Mostert. I might be wrong, but
probably Mostert because he played Devontae Freeman. His last game was against Philly. 3 rushes. It might have been Freeman because he only rushed 3 times for 8 yards.
Yeah, I don't know.
So it's probably Freeman.
Anyway, Shane, I need you to lose. Well, it's not even going to be possible because we picked the same teams like in every game.
Outside of like once.
There's 2 games where we have different picks, so I got to win those both.
Yeah,
I'm probably screwed.
Yeah, you've been screwed.
Who knows? Anyways,
thank you, Jordan, for coming on. That's wrapping up this hour and a half episode.
Problem.
I know there's like an hour or half hour of technical difficulties here. But thank you guys for tuning in and listening. You can find me at Shane_Ryan97, Frankie at HPR_Frankie. 13, right? Because that's random. 13th
It's this podcast, man.
Sure it is. 13th Man Pod, Twitter, Instagram, 13th Man Podcast on Facebook, anywhere you find your podcast. Jordan, just so I don't butcher them up, where can people find you?
They can find me on Instagram at JZ_terror, and then on Twitter, Jordan Islamazlik, and then on YouTube whenever you want to watch the documentary. If you haven't watched part 1, if you want to watch part 2 on Saturday, it'll just be my name, Jordan Islamazlik.
Solid. Any closing remarks that you want to say, Jordan, before we head out?
No, just appreciate you guys for having myself and Sherrod on for a little bit, and hopefully all goes well this week with the documentary. I know you guys are going to be excited for part 2 and part 3 as well the next week, and just let me know if you guys want myself on again, or even Sherrod if his Wi-Fi works or whatever that was, and Coach Jean-Guillaume as well, because I know he will love to tap in with you guys and showcase what he's got going on.
100%.
He's always in the mood to talk.
100%. We would have to get him on at some point in the near future. We'll definitely have to set that up once things get settled for him out down south.
Yeah, for sure. I think he's coming back December 10th, I think he said today. And
that's not bad.
Maybe even do one in person if COVID has cleared anything or anything like that. Yeah.
Hopefully. Get it set up and whatnot.
Yeah.
And as well, Jordan, if you ever need any help with anything, you need, whatever, you know where to find me, you know where to find Shane, and we'll be thrilled to help out.
Yeah. You're more than welcome to jump on
sure.
the team whenever you want to. Doors open for you.
Yeah, that would be fun.
So, anyways, Jordan, thank you for coming on. Thank you for being part of this. And we have we'll shoot text with Sherrod to see what's up with him and what he wants to do. Catch us back here next Tuesday with a brand new episode of the 13th Man Podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you then.
All right. Take care.